No one gets to choose their family, yet countless hours are spent with them each year, regardless of their age, gender, or personality. In Fall on Your Knees by Anne-Marie MacDonald, the unpredictability and diversity of family members causes many unique circumstances and fascinating stories. The novel follows a father named James, a mother named Maria, their 4 daughters, Kathleen, Mercedes, Frances, and Lily, and Kathleen's daughter Lily. The vividness of the relationships between these characters make the twists and pitfalls heart-wrenching and real. However, as a result of the time period, location, and family dispositions, the close family bonds brought more pain than pleasure for the Piper family. Fall on Your Knees started out following the Piper family, who were very happy for many years, when suddenly the first disaster struck.
The dismal mining town the Pipers lived in erupted in a violent strike, forcing miners out of their homes and into tents. The close quarters and lack of a sewage system of these tents caused untold disease outbreaks and were especially common in children. James, in order to save his oldest child from such diseases, went to work in the mines as a scab and made enough money to send Kathleen away to the city. The close family bonds already established made saying goodbye to Kathleen almost impossible for the entire Piper family. They finally made it through the pain of separation, only to be completely isolated in their own town as a result of James's work in the mine during the strike. For years after the strike, the family had no friends outside each other. The tiny and miserable town they lived in caused the Piper family to feel the pain of separation from Kathleen and from the rest of the town.
Long after the mining town strike had occurred, the second disaster struck the family to the core. Maria's youngest child died in childbirth, causing grief to the whole family, but especially Maria. Not long after, Kathleen, the eldest daughter, got pregnant and went into labor. It was a breech birth. The child was stuck at feet first. Someone would not get out of that room alive. Maria was a midwife at the time and had to make the impossible choice of saving her daughter or her 2 twin granddaughters. She chose the twins in the end, but the unimaginable guilt of physically killing her own daughter made her die of a heart attack 2 days later. In the time period of the early 1900s, such deaths were common due to the lack of successful technology in medicine. Childbirth deaths were 20 times more likely to occur in the 1900s than in the 21st century. The time period therefore led to these deaths, causing untold pain for the remaining family members who loved Maria and Kathleen with all their hearts and were devastated when they died. The third turmoil came to the Piper family as a result of the father, James. James had constantly beat the middle sister, Frances, to relieve some of the pain and anger he felt at the loss of his oldest child and wife. When a child is beat, it often leads to PTSD, with symptoms that include, but are not limited to, loss of interest in activities, irritability, anger, violence, difficulty concentrating, and regular physical complaints, such as headaches or stomach aches. In addition to these awful consequences for Frances, Jane's abuse had a terrible effect on Mercedes and Lily, who loved both Frances and their father dearly. It was painful and difficult for them to wrap their minds around how their father, who had undying love for them, could be so cruel to their beloved sister. James's selfish and violent nature brought great pain to the entire family, which was amplified by the closeness of the family bonds. In conclusion, as a result of the time period, location, and family disposition, the close family bonds brought more pain than pleasure for the Piper family. Experiencing great pain from family is unavoidable, as family brings closeness, but also inevitable loss. Everyone must decide whether to get stuck in the ruts or to bask in the good times, no matter how few or far apart they seem.